I want to have undisputably the biggest arms in BC media. I think I might have them already, but the problem is I want people to be able to eyeball it and say that Mo Amir has the biggest arms in BC media.
Hey folks, my name is Mo Amir and this is VANCOLOUR, British Columbia's bona fide culture and politics TV talk show. So 2026 is almost over. Oh, never mind, it just started. Wow, I am already exhausted. Tonight, Nina Savage will spill the Z on a fun new trend among young men that is deeply toxic and bad for society, which is how we might define drinking, because BC Bob Crownbauer, will share all the amazing things that have happened to his life ever since he quit alcohol. But first, you survived the holidays, you're back at work, the decorations are down, but the bills are piling up. New year, new you, but all you want is a nap. Does that sound familiar? Well, welcome to the January slump. Here to help you properly reset, a beloved media personality and motivational speaker, entrepreneur, ultra marathon runner, resilience expert, and best-selling author of Reset with Resilience, your guide to greatness when your goals go sideways. She is Mandy Gill.
What an intro.
Mandy, hello.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Is it just me, or has January hit us like a truck? I just feel exhausted already. We're only 2 weeks in. I'm done. I'm done with this year.
I think the key to being relatable is exactly what you just said. I need a nap.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody watching right now, like regardless if at 7 a.m. you felt that, or 7 p.m., or even noon, you are not alone.
Okay, we're not alone. So the January slump is a real thing. It's not just in my head.
Okay, I'm going to just take you back a couple weeks from now, right? Yeah. You are in the mix of being connecting with people that you love, people that you like. We're talking about the holiday season where you can't wait to have these social interactions, even if they feel a little bit fatiguing, right? So we've got that mix. Then we mix in the fact of the matter that we're like eating food out of our routine. I'll be the first to say, like, I'm pretty sure I had chocolate for breakfast on Christmas morning.
No judges. No judges. That's awesome.
A glass of Prosecco by noon.
Oh, love it. Yeah. Also, spending money like it's no tomorrow. That's a future Mo problem.
Yes. Yeah. Future Mo problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now
love
it's
that.
my problem.
Yes. And all of a sudden, like biologically, we're kind of out of routine, right? Our movement isn't the same. Our food intake isn't the same. Psychologically, we're involved with all this type of connection with others. And suddenly we're expected to flip like a switch as of you and I saying Happy New Year.
Yeah.
And there's all of this pressure that we put on ourselves to create this new year, new me.
Yeah.
But do we give ourselves a chance to just reinvent even after that holiday season? I leave that question even for you, Mo. Like, can you say you came back from the holidays and you had a chance to actually relax?
No, and I feel like that's kind of the paradox, is that we think of this pressure to have that new year, new me, but we just kind of need our old me needs a reset from that fun of the holidays and that excess. And let's be honest, the stress, right? Whether it's the financial stress of just spending or just the stress of going from activity to activity, as great as those activities are,
absolutely,
we kind of need to decompress. And that's kind of how I feel. And that's where I feel this bit of a slump. So you've lost like the excitement and at the same time, you're exhausted.
Yes. And, you know, I look at it this way where I think, you know, in the world of motivation, oftentimes I get booked for like a keynote speaker as a motivation speaker, and I have to laugh because motivation only lasts so long. Okay, I hear laughs in the studio. This is great.
Yeah,
okay, so we're not alone.
Okay, how do I keep the motivation up? Let's say I have New Year's goals and I just, you know, I'm starting January tired, maybe a little stressed. How do I keep up that motivation?
Brilliant question. Within my research that I've been able to do over a decade now, devotion will always trump motivation.
Oh.
What are you devoting what you're wanting to do towards? And I think what we oftentimes forget is that it has to be towards ourselves first.
Yeah.
Right? We have to take care of ourselves. We have to sit back and be able to be like, whew, I can actually have a deep breath over those holidays. And I can give myself the space to realize I don't need January 1st to be that day that I'm going to hold myself to.
Because I was going to say, I want to devote my head to my pillow.
Yes. Yes. And hey, you know what? Maybe that's your first sign to realizing when you mentioned reset with resilience, the reason why the book is named that is because resets are so important for us to be able to do. But resets come when our nervous system actually has the ability to reset.
Wow. Okay.
So coming out of the holidays, we're full of energy. We're having all this social interactions. We're out of our routines. And then we're expecting ourselves to be able to like reinvent. Hey, you know what? I'm going to, be fitter, be, healthier with my food choices. All of these things also going to complement your arms. I just wanted to say they are looking fantastic.
The biggest arms in BC media. That's what we're going for this year. That's the goal.
2026 goal. You're off to a great start. We're only a couple weeks in. Had to drop that as well.
Thank you.
And so give yourself the opportunity and the permission to pause. Okay, this isn't me coming in here being like, oh, you're just lacking motivation. No, this is like, get some rest for yourself as well.
Okay, so I like that. And how do we get that rest? Because I feel like, it's easy to say, oh, take a vacation, but some of us can't necessarily afford a vacation.
Absolutely.
So what should we do aside from naps or taking a vacation? Is there something else we should think about?
Feeling that slump, right? Like you were saying, that January slump. And I think it's really important to recognize, A, you're not alone, but B, do yourself the favor. I know we live in Vancouver, but try to get outside. And it doesn't have to be.
In this monsoon weather? Have you seen it outside?
I know. There's usually a window every single day.
That's making me more depressed, Mandy. Come on.
Grab yourself an umbrella and get out. There's a reason why professionals are now able to prescribe going in nature for 20 minutes plus. You know what I mean? Get outside in nature, get yourself involved in like whatever it is that is going to bring you any kind of sense of joy. For some people, if it's pouring rain, go inside and walk in the mall. But when we look at the element of what movement does and how that impacts our brain, there is a correlation right between it. So having that simple reset of movement, whatever it is, borrow the neighbor's dog if you need a purpose,
Absolutely. And I will say, I was kind of joking there because in monsoon rain this past weekend, I forced myself to go on a walk. And afterwards, even though I came home super soaked, I felt great. Took a bath afterwards, felt fantastic. But I am glad I forced myself to go outside.
Thank you for saying that.
So as much as I just complained about it, I can absolutely agree with that.
And I get a lot of people who push back on those types of ideas as well, right? So I absolutely welcome it. But what do you have to lose if you just try it once or twice?
Absolutely.
If you notice that there is a benefit, which we oftentimes see dopamine, it has a direct correlation and increase. We see cortisol levels decrease. I won't get too scientific, but like there is a reason why we say resets involve some type of way just moving your body. I'm also just going to suggest micro resets, right? So like it doesn't have to be this huge, like I'm going to work towards this goal right now, right here. Check one thing off that will help you get closer to that goal.
Yeah.
It can be like, for me, I want to reorganize my closet. Okay, so get rid of the other stuff that doesn't need to be in there and take it to donate it.
Yeah.
Right? Like it doesn't have to be checking it all off in one big moment on a Sunday. It can be those micro little resets that when it is pouring like the monsoon it was last weekend, I know that I'm able to do something that involves movement, but also helps to check it off my list.
Mandy, you have already busted my January slump. I'm sure you've busted the January slumps for a lot of viewers. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Folks, find her on Instagram and pick up her book, Reset with Resilience, your guide to greatness when your goals go sideways. She is Mandy Gill. Now, after some business, maybe this is your sign to quit drinking. BC Bob Crownbauer joins me to talk about what actually changed when he stopped. Up next.